Welcome, student. Today I shall give a short lecture regarding the method of molecular clock hypothesis or molecular clock concept. Let us come to know about the methods of it. You know, several evolutionists work on it. Generally, they will be studied vividly about them. You know, the pioneer, one biologist who also gave the concept of your biological clock, and in there you find two pioneers, right? The evolutionists worked on it. One is known as Emile Zuckerkandie, another one known as Linnaeus Pauling. Molecular clock, otherwise called as gene clock or evolutionary clock, and by them the organism can be detected the particular period. Okay, and it is one technique. Molecular clock is nothing, is a technique that uses the mutation rate of biomolecules to deduce the time in the prehistory when two or more life forms diverged. Okay, and the biomolecular data used for such calculations are usually nucleotide sequences for the DNA or amino acid sequences for the proteins. And the benchmarks for determining the mutation rate are often fossil or archaeological dates. The molecular clock was first tested in 1962 on the hemoglobin protein and variant of the various animals, and is commonly used in the molecular evolution to estimate the time of the speciations or radiation, and it is sometimes also be called as a gene clock or also be known as an evolutionary clock. However, today people know about the method of it. Okay, the Bayesian is another evolutionist who also worked on your molecular clock concept, and he proposed one method, and that method, according to the name of him, called as the Bayesian methods, can provide the more appropriate estimates of the divergence times, especially if large your data set or data set, such of those yielded by the phylogenomic are employed. First of all, you know about the non-constant rate of molecular clock. Non-constant. Okay, that is called as non-constant rate of molecular clock. Okay, on that context I will be explaining you some characters and some data to you. Sometimes only a single divergence date can be estimated from the fossils, with all other dates inferred from that, and other sets of the species have abundant fossils available, and allowing the MCH, and MCH you know, molecular clock hypothesis, MCH. Okay, and allowing the MCH of the constant divergence rates and to be tested DNA sequences expiring the low levels of the negative section or negative selection showed the divergence. The rates of the 0.7 to 0.8 percentage for Meyer in the bacteria, mammals, invertebrates, and plants. In some study, the genomic regions, the experiencing the very high negative or purifying the selection, that is encoding your ribosomal RNA, where considerably your slower, near about 1% per 50 Meyer, MYR. Meyer. And it will be unit, and by it can be explained of. Okay. And in addition to such variations in the rate with the genomic position, and since the early 1990, the variation among the taxa has proven the fertile ground for the research too, even over the comparatively the short period of evolutionary time. For example, your mockingbirds or tube-nosed the seabirds, they have the molecular clocks that are the average run at half speed of many other birds, possibly due to the long generation times, and many turtles have a molecular clock running at 1/8 the speed it does in the small mammals, or even the slower. Effects of the small population size are also likely to confound the molecular clock analysis, and researchers such as your Francisco and Ayala have a more fundamentally challenged the molecular clock hypothesis. According to the Ayala's 1999 study, 5 factors combined to limit the application of the molecular clock models. What are the 5 factors? Let us discuss about the 5 factors in this context. First one, changing the generation times. If the rate of the new mutations depends at least partly on the number of the generations rather than the number of years. Secondly, population size. That would be based on your genetic drift is the stronger in a small populations, and so more mutations are your effectively natural, and species to species differences due to differing the metabolism, ecology, evolutionary history, and etc., and changing in the functions of the protein studied, and can be avoided closely related to the species by utilizing the non-coding DNA sequences or emphasizing the silent mutations. And lastly, changes in the intensity of the natural selection. Okay, and these are your 5 factors which are combined to the limit application of the molecular clock models. Okay, let us discuss about your woody bamboo, and that one generally take as example, and the tribes of their Arundinin, Aries, and also Bambuaceae have their long generations and time, and also lower mutation rates as expressed by the short branches in the phylogenetic tree than the first evolving your herbaceous bamboos and your Olyraceae, and also be called as Olyriae in forms, and in this manner, and this concept would be explained out. Okay, thank you all here.